We're back after I've been accosted.
You started it.
I got abused.
You abused me.
This ain't even my real eye no more. I got a glass eye. Boing boing. Anyways. Hi, I'm Callie.
Calypso.
And we are KC Reactions. And we are going to be reacting to 7 insanely. I don't know what that means. Not 7. 7 insane, shitty superhero ripoffs. You gonna leave that. I like it.
The lowly mockbuster. Just in case you're unfamiliar with the term,
huh?
mockbusters are ultra-low-budget productions crafted forth by studios of questionable integrity, which take advantage of name recognition and consumers with poor attention to detail to sell thousands upon thousands of rentals of ripoffs of currently popular franchises. The most successful of these studios, The Asylum, has been in business for almost 2 decades and are responsible for such beloved favorites as The Da Vinci Treasure,
The Da Vinci Treasure? Treasure?
Atlantic Rim,
What the heck?
and everyone's favorite, Snakes on a Train.
I'm done.
You tired of Mickey Ficky Snakes on this Mickey Ficky train?
Why did Mom actually buy that too?
She did!
She bought it!
Relying solely on bargain basement production values, crappy
knew
CGI,
better
theft,
than
and
this.
deception, these studios remain in existence because, well, what they do works. Asylum has never produced a film that failed to make back twice its budget.
Seriously?
And with over a dozen movies a
idiot,
year,
what the
they just
heck?
have no reason to stop.
The idiot's really
On the
watching
positive
this.
side, these ripoffs do employ hundreds of
these
writers,
decisions?
cast, and crew, all of whom need work to do. And since even a broken clock is right twice a day, some of these films have been surprisingly entertaining. Despite the notoriously tight control of character rights in the superhero world, even some of these films have become victims to the mockbuster. So today, we're going over 7 insanely shitty superhero ripoffs.
What the heck? He looked like two.
They know better.
Avengers Grimm. One popular method of circumventing character rights is to write a script featuring a bunch of characters whose rights are in the public domain, free for all to use, and then slap a familiar sounding title as a result. It's a good thing for the Asylum that Disney was either unable to or didn't think to copyright the word Avengers. As implied by the title, our heroes are edgily updated versions of beloved storybook characters. Pursued by such badasses as Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, and Snow White, the villainous Rumpelstiltskin attempts to use a brainwashed Red Riding Hood to help him open an interdimensional portal and get back to fairy tale world. One extremely conspicuous nod to Marvel is in the character of Iron John, a Hulk-looking thing with a Stark-like name who probably likes to smash things a lot.
He like Colossus.
As a final insult, this character is played by veteran actor Louis
Deadpool.
Ferrigno, who of course played the Hulk in the old TV series and voiced the Green Goliath in the second entry in the MCU, 2008's The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, I'm done.
Avengers Grimm.
Sinister
Avengers Grimm.
Squad.
Sinister Squad.
Now, try to get your head around this. Sinister Squad is a sequel to Avengers Grimm. That's right. This film represents the first time ever that a mockbuster studio ripped off a property to serve as a sequel to a film for which they ripped off of a rival
Wow.
What
studio.
the
Of course, this could only work by once again paying the barest lip service to DC supervillain team-up, with a quote-unquote good guys use bad guys to fight even worse bad guys plot being the only common thread. These bad guys include the Big Bad Wolf, the Queen of Hearts, and of course, Rumpelstiltskin. Although unfortunately not being played by the same actor, he was recasted with some guy who apparently gives off more of a Jared Leto Joker-y kind of vibe.
I'm
The
done.
plot involves bringing all these bad guys together to stop some
Look at
kind
the
of doomsday
beast.
cult from bringing about the end of the world. Why they couldn't ask the good guys instead is unclear. Given the public domain nature of the properties involved, it seems unlikely that this will be the last time we see the Asylum storybook superhero universe.
I'm done with that. I'm all the way
Rise of
done.
the Black Bat. A relative newcomer to direct-to-video Drek, Tomcat Studios has been churning out quickie horror films with titles like Lizzie Borden's Revenge and Mansion of Blood.
She ain't had no
Since
shirt on,
about
it was just side
2010.
boob.
Any filmmaker will tell you that horror movies are the cheapest to produce and carry the biggest potential upside. But Tomcat has on occasion dipped their toes into the mockbuster pool, with some awesomely hilarious results. With 2012's Rise of the Black Bat, the strategy seems to have been smashing together two beloved properties, in this case Batman and Daredevil, and retained just enough of each to keep the lawsuits from automatically filing themselves. It's the story of District Attorney Tony Quinn, who, through the miracle of science, is given bat-like night vision and being blinded by a crime boss. Tony takes on the mantle of the Black Bat, launching a crusade to disrupt the criminal activity in the city, and presumably hoping night after night that he doesn't get his ass kicked by the real Batman. The trailer sure is a thing of wonder. It's obvious the most expensive prop was the Batman mask with the ears chopped off, with production value somewhere on the scale between amateur porn and semi-professional porn. But it must have turned in a profit. Not
I'm so sorry for all
considering that it looks like it just costed $100 to make. For Tomcat would return to the superhero ripoff, well, just a year later. Captain Battle Legacy War. Upon viewing the trailer for Captain Battle Legacy War, one thought springs immediately to mind. How the hell were they able to get away with this? It's the story of a soldier injured in battle who is given superpowers through an experimental treatment, and wears a costume that looks for all the world like one of the many variations worn by the Star-Spangled Avenger. Adding to the confusion, he even wears an eye patch, like Nick Fury. Well, as it turns out, Captain Battle is an actual comic book character, first published by Silver Street Comics in May of 1941, only 2 months after Captain America's comic debut. The character only lasted about 13 issues, meaning Tomcat was probably able to secure the rights for this near-exact Cap clone for somewhere around $10. The story takes place in modern day, as the newly superpowered augmented captain returns to his hometown to find it overrun by, what else? Nazis, whose nefarious plan apparently involves kidnapping women and holding them captive in lingerie.
Of course, why not?
This 2013 production was apparently Tomcat's final foray into the superhero mockbuster. But does this mean that the other members of Marvel's premier superhero team have gone untouched? Of course not. Almighty Thor and Thunderstorm, Return of Thor.
They can use
Now,
Thor
obviously,
forever.
the characters of Norse mythology cannot be copyrighted. That means that anyone could theoretically make and release their own Thor movie. Heck, even I could, and if I did, I can practically guarantee a better film than Almighty Thor.
It's one
Even
on
by the
Netflix
already low
somewhere.
standards of the Asylum, the film is an
Like,
astonishing
who was
mess.
really?
The
I
plot
was like, all
involves
people who
Loki
was really
stealing
watching all
Mjolnir,
these,
here
line 'em
called
up,
the Hammer of Invincibility,
make them
in order to destroy a city on Earth for some
watch
reason.
them. I don't know. I don't
Thor
know
must
where I'm
undergo
going with
warriors
that.
training and ultimately face off in an epic battle against Loki,
They
and
dumb,
then
that's all I'm
abandon LA parking lot to save the city and claim his hammer. Attempting an epic scale, the Asylum must have seriously needed to stretch this film's budget.
The door.
The Hammer of Invincibility looks like it was made out of sheet metal. The
Why is
CGI
it
monsters are
He-Man?
even crappier than usual. And the opening shot of Asgard, in stark contrast to the mind-bending opening of Marvel's film, looks
That
like an
castle's
abandoned model from a
boo-boo.
public television kids show. Even the smoldering good looks and swaggering star power of former 90s idol Richard Greco as Loki can't lend even a brief air of legitimacy to this production.
Blasphemous.
The film was released at almost the exact same time as Marvel's movie in 2011, and incredibly so was Tomcat's version, Thunderstorm, The Return of Thor.
Yeah, that's on Netflix.
In this version, Thor for some reason wears a mask that looks a lot like Iron Man. And judging by the trailer, the filmmakers at least thought to keep everything so dark that it's hard to notice how
And
terrible
why
the special
is
effects
so
are.
like Mr. Incredible?
Iron Hero, or Metal Man. Metal Man was originally titled Iron Hero when it was released to video in 2008 to attempt to capitalize on the success of Marvel's Iron Man, though nobody had
What
really
is
any
the
idea how
point?
huge that movie would be at the time. The incredibly low-budget production sees
What
a
is
brilliant
the point?
scientist and his mentor creating their powered suit of armor, only to see a
Wow.
powerful industrialist try to turn it into a weapon, which probably sounds a little familiar.
Wow.
As is to be expected, the acting is awful. The suit is definitely made out of painted plastic, and the sets appear to be anywhere the crew could get away with shooting without permits. But while this is all part, of course,
That's just-
Metal Man gets special mention as being one of the most egregious mockbusters of all time for one unbelievable reason. You see, when Iron Man 2 was released in 2010, tiny production company Midnight Releasing wanted to capitalize yet again. But instead of making a sequel, they simply repackaged Iron Hero, slapped a new title on it,
Metal
and released
Man?
it again.
Metal
You
Man?
may think that this would be the most complete lack of shame shown by any studio on this list.
Some foolishness,
I don't
man.
live on
Probably
this
noticed
planet no more.
that we have one entry left.
No.
The Amazing Bulk. Yes, The Amazing Bulk. We'll give you a moment to stop laughing.
Purple doo-doo!
Ready? Great.
He
Now
was
let's
like
delve into the
Jason with his
insane
mask that
details
took
of what has
off,
been
but
called
if he...
the
What?
Room of Superhero Movies. This Tomcat production makes their previous
Pause. Pause.
on this list look like an actual Marvel film by comparison. and
Everybody
that's
who
done
did this should
immensely.
kill themselves.
It's not so much a film as it is a masterclass in everything one should avoid when making a film.
They should kill
Aside from its
themselves.
liberal
That's
use
rough.
of
That's
stock
harsh.
footage,
But
public
why?
domain
You
video,
put this
and
out. Waste
actual
some
web
good
page
film.
backgrounds, every shot involving actors was filmed against a green screen. How can we tell, you ask?
That's so horrible.
Look at it, just look. Every
this?
single background appears to have been
They're
rendered on a Nintendo 64. The vehicles look like they have been warped from a third grader's MS Paint, drawing into awful reality. The Bulk himself
Big!
is a
Got no
CGI
pants
horror.
on.
Title
look at-
screens are presented
That's so.
in the finest
He
computer
like
rendering
Grimace
1993 had
from
to offer.
McDonald's
And
just
speaking-
gave up and ate all the rest of the characters.
Right there.
What in the foo is going on here? But I don't even want answers to what's going on because this is ridiculous. I'm
Those-
ashamed.
Guess which font was used for them.
I feel ashamed like I
Did you
did.
guess Comic Sans?
This,
You are
whatever it
correct.
is.
Unbelievably, director Louis Schoenbrunn professes to be a huge fan of the master filmmaker Stanley Kubrick, including several Kubrick references in this masterpiece, and has stated that he intended the film to occupy the same visual space as the groundbreaking 1988 feature Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We submit that Schoenbrunn may be the undiscovered Ed Wood of our generation. The Amazing Bulk was reportedly made on a budget
I'm
of
embarrassed.
$14,000.
Look at
After
the
viewing this
running.
cataclysmically inept monstrosity, our only
He
question
gave
is, where the hell did all the
They
money
made
go?
him. He out here sashaying running.
Sashay away.
I want to wash my eyeballs off after watching all this.
Shantae gotta go. I don't know what that was.
At least they were in. They were.
Ah, I'm gonna comments.
At least he was being inclusive. They made
Hey.
they made him gay. Hey,
Can I copy your own work? Sure. Just don't make it look like mine. Okay.
that's pretty much what happened. The Amazing Bulk is the origin of Thanos. It shows why he wanted to wipe out half the universe. I don't even know. I don't have words anymore. I'm done. I'm done.
That was some foolishness.
What the what?
Foolishness. I can't even talk.
Yeah, it does that to you. The dumbness. It rubs off. It's like the little thing off of
Made me burp.
Rick and Morty. He look into it and make you. He said make him go mentally retarded. Watching this stuff make you go retarded.
I couldn't even talk. What the heck?
I'm embarrassed. Like I made this stuff. I feel embarrassed for them. I never felt embarrassment for nobody. For myself. Well.
Well,
Sorry to expose you to the dumbness. But like,
comment,
share,
subscribe.
and laugh your asses off and come back again.
Bye.